Hi there, my name is Ananja. I am the creator of the Pleiadian Healing Center, and I've been guided to create a three-part mini video series addressing the Ascension wave, which we are beginning to experience now. So this is the third video in the series. In the first one, we were looking at what is the Ascension wave. In the second video, we were looking at what you can expect throughout December and January. And in this final video, we're going to look at how you can prepare for the Ascension wave. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to say is be as present as you can. So when you are fully present, you are channeling the divine. You're naturally channeling the divine, which means that you are merging with the Ascension wave. You are being the Ascension wave. You're embodying it. You're bringing it through into this reality. So presence is really, really powerful. And when I say presence, it's just a case of becoming alert of where you are. And you can try and hold it. You know, mindfulness meditation works for some people, like really training the mind to just calm and just be aware of where you are, how you feel, check in with yourself, your surroundings, feel any emotions, feel your body, just really increasing that presence. And we've heard this a million times before. I'm sure we all know it well, but I was reminded of that quote by Viktor Frankl. Between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom. Okay, so create that space. That is like one of the best ways that we can prepare for that, for this Ascension wave. We've got an opportunity here, you know. This wave is coming whether you like it or not. Whether you're spiritual or not, you are going to be feeling it. It is going to be turning your life upside down, okay? And you've either got the opportunity to feel like you're being dragged through the mud, or you've got the opportunity to level yourself up and just get slightly ahead of it. So there's a little bit of space there so that you're like riding a wave and it's smooth, and all this turbulence that's happening down here, all this like chaos, you know, you don't want to get dragged about by all the dramas that's going on in people's lives. Just raise yourself above it, create that space, and be in your heart. Just be this solid pillar in yourself. Like, be your strength. You know, you can embody that fully and not get like tugged about, because it's gonna get a bit crazy. There's gonna be stuff in the news coming out. There's, you know, we're all getting affected individually by the pandemic and stuff. So create that space, be centered. Okay. One thing that you can do is to start to think about what your life would be like if you had total freedom. So if you had total freedom, total unconditional love, you just felt love every moment of every day. You love everything, you love everyone, you are loved. You just love everywhere, just love. Okay, sorry, I'm getting carried away. Think about what your life would be like if you had that freedom, that love, the financial freedom, and just the ability to be completely in your creative, sovereign expression every moment of every day. Like, you had your perfect home, you've got as much time as you want, you've got as much connection and intimacy as you want, you can eat whatever you want. Do you know what I mean? Just like everything that you could possibly desire, all the boxes are checked. What would you do? Who would you be? What would you create? And really, ultimately, it comes down to creation, because once all of those needs are taken care of, with us being a fractal of the divine, we are here to anchor that divinity into expression, which is creativity. So what would you create? And if you start tapping into that, and also, what do you want the world to be like? How do you want it to look? Do you like the look of, you know, like cities and buildings? Or would you feel good if you were in like a tropical paradise and then you saw a temple made of golden light? I would be going for the golden light personally, you know what I mean? So start to use your imagination about what this world is going to be like once these higher realms have really anchored in and recreated our reality. This is more of a kind of like physical tip. So eat green pigmented foods as much as possible, and specifically, if you can, chlorella. Chlorella is so powerful. It is like it is the Ascension food. It just is the Ascension food. So not only does it bind to heavy metals and draw them from your body, which is needed at the moment, because as the solar activity is increasing, it's having a powerful effect on our electromagnetic field. And with the metals and the magnetics and all that kind of stuff, like, you don't want to get thrown out by having, like, you know, too much mercury lodged in your brain and all that kind of stuff, and aluminium and things like that from vaccines and mercury fillings and so on. So chlorella is great from that point of view. It's a great detoxifier, but also we're going to start feeding off the light more, and you need those green pigments to facilitate your body in utilizing light as like a food source, essentially, like digesting light. Like, I've been through such a powerful shift. Like, I'm not saying that it's going to be permanent, because things happen in cycles, but over the last like 6 weeks or so, I've gone from being very dependent on food, especially chocolate, like give me energy and manage my moods, to eating about a quarter to a third of what I would normally eat and getting my energy from the sun and from this incoming wave. Like, it is so nourishing. And the best bit is when I have that space without the food, I fuel off the energy. But when I'm filling up with food, I don't feel the energy as much, you know? So it's a choice. Like, you can feed off the light instead. And chlorella is such a great way to facilitate that. It really does help your system digest the light. Spend daily time in nature, as much time in nature as you can, and especially close to bodies of water. Water is very healing, it's very soothing, and it's almost like it kind of smooths through the energies. So if you have like an activation or something and you're feeling like a bit frazzled, being close to water, I really feel that it just kind of like smooths and helps you integrate it into your being. This one is key. Okay, unplug as much as possible. Now, I thought I was pretty unplugged. I did, and I realised I was seriously kidding myself. So the other day I was taking my little boy Tommy to school, and I left my phone at home. And to start off with, I was like, oh man, it's got my pedometer on it. I'm going to walk about 4,000 steps. That's annoying. It's not going to count them. And then I was like, oh my God, I won't be able to listen to music on the way back. And then the number of times I went to go for my phone to check the time, to see if the buses were coming, check in on Instagram, all that kind of stuff. I was like actually quite stunned. And what I had to do instead was just sit in total stillness and just be with myself. I had no choice but to just be and to just feel what I was feeling and to just exist. And it was so eye-opening. And I was like, okay, I need to do this more. So unplugging, again, it's getting the things out of the way that are taking up our awareness and distracting our consciousness so that we can just be. And when you're just in that state of being, you're open to receiving this light that's coming in, and you will ground it into your reality. You'll ground it into your life, and your life will change in like such a more effortless way. I don't think that makes sense grammatically, but you know what I mean. So equally, creating space for rest, stillness and quietness and reflection is really important. So don't underestimate the power of rest. Good sleep every night. I don't get good sleep every night. There's always something like coming in and messing up my sleep. So napping as well. Like, napping is actually really important at this time. If you get these little pockets of like sleep or rest or napping, it just gives you that little window to reset and just allow the energy to come in and work through you and just do its thing. And oh my God, the level of like recharge that I feel when I've had a nap. What? One thing I like to do is look up these like really nice meditation music tracks on YouTube and just like listen to those quietly in the background while I'm having a snooze. So, and then you're kind of like being aligned with the light and with like really lovely frequencies as well. So that's something that you can do. Stay well hydrated. Need a lot of water in your system to be able to process this light. And then finally, one thing I wanted to mention is that if you're finding it really hard to let go into this experience, if you're feeling a lot of resistance and you're scared, which is understandable, it's like, that's totally fine. It's totally to be expected. So don't be hard on yourself. But if you are feeling that, then I really recommend using ceremonial cacao as a way to just like soften the hardness and the scariness of it all. So ceremonial cacao, I'm drinking it like most days at the moment, to be honest, and it just opens your heart and you feel blissed out and you can connect with the universe in such an effortless way. It tastes delicious. It's just amazing. So I really, really recommend getting your hands on some ceremonial cacao. I am selling it through my website. I'm out of my own stock at the moment because we've drunk it all. Oops. But I've got a link to the guy that I buy it from. Sounds a bit dodgy, doesn't it? The guy that I buy it from. Keith the Cacao Shaman, and I have tried like many different ceremonial cacaos, and hands down it is still the most powerful one that I've come across. So if you look on my website, you can just click through to his website from there and buy some, and it ships worldwide. I feel like it almost feels like I've just turned this whole video series into selling ceremonial cacao, which is not my intention. So if you don't want to buy my ceremonial cacao, that's fine, get it from wherever you want, but I do recommend it if you're finding it hard, especially when you're going through healings. You know, like when I was healing from my child's sexual abuse, ceremonial cacao, it was everything. It just helped me so much, and I actually feel like I really fast-tracked my healing because of it, and I went really deep into my healing because of it, just because it opened me and it just held space, you know, where I felt safe to explore. So yeah, that's what I would recommend. Oh, I just looked at the time at the video at 11 minutes 11 seconds. It's happening, guys. The Ascension wave. I'm literally this high like most of the time now. Oh my goodness me. Okay, thank you for watching. I feel like I might be blushing now. I really appreciate your time. Listen, if you need help with anything, if anybody is struggling, like, just drop me a message either on you can message me through my website, you can message me on my Facebook page, you can message me through Instagram. I'm rubbish at getting back to people, I'm not going to lie, but I will do my best because I really want to be here for you guys and support you through this transition. So I am sending you so much love. You are doing amazingly. Just enjoy this, enjoy this. This is literally like once in a billion trillion year opportunity. I don't know if it's literally that, I just made that up, but it's very, very rare what we're going through. So enjoy it, and I love you. Bye.